Namaste and welcome to class. I am Presha. Today we will be learning Matsyasana, fish pose. Great pose to improve posture, relieve constipation, stimulate the digestive organs of our body, and to boost energy. Let's begin. In today's class, we will be learning the pose itself, but we will also learn two modifications of the pose. The modifications are specially for people who have sensitive neck, shoulders, or lower back. Actually, if you have those issues, you should not do the traditional pose. You should instead try the modifications. For modifications, we'll be using a few props. If you have a yoga bolster, grab one. If not, that's okay. You can grab a light blanket and 2 yoga blocks. That would do too. Now, before we start learning the pose, you have to make sure that if you have a bun like me, you have to get rid of that bun and you have to either open your hair or you have to make a low pony. Now, why? Because in that pose, we have to place the head or the crown of the head down on the floor, and you don't want that bun coming in the way of your practice. So first, let's start with the pose itself. Now, in order to do that, we're going to lie down on our back, extending our legs. Perfect. Bring your legs together. Bring your arms to the sides, palms facing down. Once you're here, bring your feet together and point your toes. Once you've done that, then you're going to start to press into your elbows slightly into the mat. And with time, you're going to actually use more pressure, pressing your elbows down into the mat. Now, instead of lifting up from anywhere else, start to lift up through your chest. So imagine there was a string attached from your sternum and it was going all the way up to the ceiling and it was pulling you up. So start to slowly lift through your chest. And once you start to lift your chest, start to go further lifting your chest and keep pressing down through your elbows. Good. Keep going. And then once you're there, try and keep the crown of your head down on the mat. Now, once you're doing this, the weight should not come onto your head. There should be very gentle kind of a touch of your head on the ground. What's happening here is you're constantly pressing down through your elbows and your chest is constantly trying to lift up. Beautiful. You're going to breathe in and out a couple of times, keeping your toes pointed. And slowly, once you want to come out of the pose, slowly you can slide back down, always in a slow motion. Don't hurry. Nice. And that's it. Now, this pose is something which, again, as I mentioned, is great for also aiding in breathing better and also improving your posture, because most of the time you're in a slouching position. Now, to come out of the pose, don't just get up like that. Roll to one side, pause, and come up. Great. Now, we are going to use the props for our modifications. So for the props, let's start with first using the blanket and a block. So if you have no yoga bolster, just use a blanket. I'm using a very light one, but you can go with a little heavier one also. And we're going to make a tube out of that blanket. So just roll your blanket like so. And again, this is for all those people who have neck issues and shoulder issues and they have very sensitive lower back. Please try and go on with these modifications and not the pose that we learned before, because that might hurt you more. And even for people who have migraine, try avoiding the traditional pose, go for modification. So we're going to place the rolled blanket along the short edges of the mat. And once that's done, we're going to actually place it on a position where our shoulder blades are going to rest. So the lower edge of our shoulder blades is going to rest on that blanket. Then use a block at the end of the mat. This is where your head is going to rest. I'm going to place the block on the second level. You can also place it on the lowest level if you like that. Now let's go back at it. So you're going to slowly come onto your elbows and you're going to place gently your shoulder blades, the lower edge of your shoulder blades, onto that rolled blanket. Once that's done, you're going to probably bring and adjust the block right under your head. Now my ponytail is getting in the way of that as well, so I've adjusted that. Beautiful. And from here, you can keep your arms to the sides, palms facing up, or you can just squeeze in your blanket a little bit with your arms, whatever you like. Your legs can stay together or slightly apart, that's okay. Now what this modification is doing is, it is doing the same thing. It's opening into your chest, but without you putting in that effort of lifting up through your chest and then hurting through your neck or through your shoulders. And of course, this is where you're going to be, and you're going to be here for at least same 5 to 10 breaths. And in order to come out of the pose, you should lift your head up slightly, place your hands behind your head, support your head, and then slowly roll to one side. Pause for just a second or two, and slowly, with using your hand, come up. So coming out of the pose is as important as going into the pose. Very important that you don't hurt yourself or you don't pull a muscle while coming out of the pose. Now, let's do the pose with using a bolster. If you have a bolster, great. You should use it because it is a great way to, again, practice this pose to open the chest, what's required. So I'm going to go with the bolster, but I'm going to also go with the yoga block. So place your yoga block on the lowest level, then place your bolster on top of it. So the yoga block comes right at the starting of the bolster under it. So you can see this is like a structure that we have created. Now, once this is done, we're going to sit at the end of the bolster. And we are going to slowly lie on the bolster with our back, and that beautiful feeling of slight lift of your head is going to be there because of the block underneath. This is pretty great. I mean, even if you don't have a neck or a back issue, you should just simply practice this as well. This is so wonderful and so relaxing, and at the same time it's working on opening into your chest area. It is enhancing your ability to breathe better. So your arms are going to be to the sides and your legs can be slightly apart or together, whatever you like. And of course, you're going to stay here for 5 breaths, 10 breaths. And once you're done with that, in order to come out of the pose, again, please place your hands behind your head for some support. And then slowly you can roll to one side. Pause for a second there, and then come out of it. Great. So these were these 2 modifications, and including the pose that we talked about. Now, when we are practicing the pose, we're going to come back to that pose again in the way that we did it the first time. When we're doing the pose, another thing that people do is they place their hands under their hips as well for some extra support. So you would usually see this, that people are practicing this pose with same thing, toes pointed, legs together, keeping the engagement in your legs, and those arms which were to the sides of the body, instead of that, you're just going to press the hands under your hips, and you're going to do the same thing. So instead of lifting from anywhere else first, and especially not lifting with your head, actually lifting with your chest is something that you want to work on. Lift, 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 lift. Keep pressing down through your elbows and bringing the crown of your head down. Pointing your toes, and your hands are being under your hips, supporting your back a little bit. Coming out of the pose, slowly we're going to come down with the chest, with the back of the head. Coming out of the pose, again rolling to one side, being very careful with how we go into the pose, come out of the pose, and coming up. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is that there are a few preparatory poses that you can do in order to get into the pose. As you could see that this is a chest opening pose. It is improving your posture for sure, because you end up and by you, I just mean in general, all of us end up slouching and sitting like this the whole time because, well, this is what sedentary lifestyle does to us. So anyways, so what I was talking about is a few preparatory poses that I really want to talk about before we end the class. So before you get into the pose, try and practice a few preparatory poses. And those would be that you come down with your belly down and you practice Sphinx pose. So your elbows under your shoulders, right? And shoulders rolling back and down away from the ears and pushing your chest forward. Nice. And this is one of the preparatory poses. So you can be in this pose again for around 10 breaths and maybe do like another 2 times, practicing the same pose, like 3 sets of it, and 10 breaths remaining in the pose. The other one that you can practice it is Cobra pose. So bring your hands now next to your chest, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, slowly lifting up with your chest. This is your Cobra pose, elbows hugging in, and again staying here for 5 breaths or so. And exhale, coming down. Wonderful. And then from here, we are actually done with the class. Hope this helps. Hope the modifications were helpful for you, and especially for people who do have those neck and lower back issues. I'll see you again soon in another class. Until then, take care. Om Shanti.